All right, welcome to the RAMcast. We talk about all things related to Sioux Valley. This is your host, Brian Kirby, and my co-host, as always, Jimmy Sickler.
Happy to be here, Mr. Kirby.
All right, this is another one of our special editions. This time we have none other than the Miss Alana Burke.
Hello, everybody.
All right, without further ado, we're going to get this show rolling. All right, welcome back. Hello, Mrs. Burke. Tell us the name of your high school, town, state, and mascot.
That's AJ Diamond High School, Anchorage, Alaska, and our mascot was the Lynx.
Go Lynx, Southside.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So for entertainment, what song, band, TV show, movie have you been watching or listening to?
Oh, I love the music more than anything. I just love a lot of classic rock, metal, whatever suits your fancy for the day. I'm not really picky, except not
All
too much country. Sorry.
Yes. All
I like
right.
it. I like it. That's the way I start my day. All right. Which teacher had the most impact on you, and what will you remember about them?
Well, at Diamond, of course, you guys all know Cal Pappas. He was awesome.
Yeah.
The first time I ever had his class was a trans class, not the trans you think, but transportation.
Okay.
And so we were rebuilding some lawnmowers. And so that was a fun class. And then eventually we went to trans 2, and then I became his aide. But then he's like, gosh, this guy does business math. He does Western civilization. So I took all the classes that he had. And he was awesome because he was just well-rounded, funny guy, had a lot of potential. Always like strive to let you do your personal best. And he didn't have any problem telling you where to go to. But I do miss the man, and may he rest in peace.
Absolutely. I concur with
Nice.
that.
Good Cal shout out.
Yep.
All right. What was your favorite extracurricular activity?
In high school.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I played a lot of sports. My favorite was tennis, and then we also were lucky to have flag football for the ladies.
Oh, cool.
So we
Yeah.
called it powder puff football. So I
Oh.
took that every year. And what
Yeah.
was really cool about that program is that all the seniors that were football stars were the coaches. So they taught us a lot.
Sweet.
Nice.
Mhm.
It's awesome. What does Miss Burke do for fun outside of the school?
Well, this summer, I'm an outdoor girl, born and raised Alaskan. I love fishing. I'm always at the river, sometimes deep sea, depends on the weather.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like ice fishing too. All the sports, snow machining, wheeling, boating, just getting
Sweet.
out. Hopefully it's sunshine. Have a nice
Yes.
fire. But I'm more outside than inside.
Awesome.
All right. When you were in school, what class did you find the most enjoyable?
Oh man, I really liked the Alaska Studies class. We were really lucky to have the teacher we had. Gosh, if I can remember, you're gonna have to help me out here. Is Mr. Bear Tails 1, 2, and 3? You guys recollect that? Our
Yep.
author.
Yeah.
I see his face.
Was he your teacher?
Yeah, he was.
Oh, that's
He was
awesome.
off the charts cool. Me and my sister actually were just talking about him the other day, and I don't know why his name left my mind, but that class is awesome. And then just his knowledge, and then to read his books, we all had to have parental permission. Yeah,
That's awesome.
so I'll come
Those
back
are
to that
good.
one. Yeah,
Those are good books. I like those.
Yeah, he was pretty cool. He was really smart biologist. He was something. He was a big character.
That's awesome.
Mhm.
So that kind of ties in the next question is, whom did you have your most meaningful relationship during the school years as a student? And it doesn't have to be a teacher. It could be an aide. It can be a janitor. It could be anybody.
Yeah, it was my counselor. Her name was Mabel Brandon, and so we're American Indian. So she was a Native/American Indian counselor, and she specifically worked with the Native students or the Indians at the school. And so she was just at first, my 9th, 10th grade was like, whoop-de-doo, I'll just get some C's and get through the program. And then she really was on me like blue bonnet to get with the good grades. You're going to go places, go into that one shack right now. And it was this huge room full of just books for all these colleges. And you're going to find somewhere you're going to go when you leave here. So I did actually find the Art Institute of Seattle. I went to school for music video business. And my mother thought this is a waste of time. But then she found out later on down the line it was pretty cool.
Well, that's awesome.
Nice. So, what is something you have learned about yourself since you started working with kids?
The vast changes of in the school district, how lucky these students are. We
Yeah.
used to have the paddles, in the
Yeah.
day,
Yep.
or the teacher they'd throw you against a locker just to get you with the program. But
Yep.
no, so it just brings you a lot more patience and reality of really why the changes are the way they are, and so you just deal with it, and then you just feel fortunate for these kids that they have it a little more easier on that end, but then again,
Mhm.
a little harder too.
Right.
Yeah.
They have some of their own challenges that I'm glad I didn't face when I was growing up, for sure.
Facts, yes.
So knowing what you know now, what advice would you give your younger self, either entering high school for the first time or leaving high school for post-secondary?
Yeah, just do your personal best. Don't put a chip on your shoulder and worry about what other people think. It's going to be a trying time. Middle school, 9th, 10th grade, till you find yourself, and then you'll find your avocation and vocation. You'll meet some good friends, and once you have self-confidence, the world's going to take you places, and the teachers are going to have more faith in you, and you'll have more faith in yourself. So gain that confidence.
Yeah, it's a good one. That's a good piece of advice.
So, what is one of the most memorable moments you've had with your students?
Oh gosh, so many. I mean, I worked from the elementary level, and then to see them growing up, okay, a specific student.
Mhm.
I started with the district due to her, and so she's graduating this year. So,
Oh,
Awesome.
I mean, I got to carry
that's
myself
awesome.
all this way to see, hey, it's a challenge, and she did it.
Yeah,
She's going to
that's
do it.
awesome.
So
That's cool.
that makes my day. That's fulfills my career.
Yep. That's awesome.
hmm
So kind of rolling into that same kind of topic, what was one of the most embarrassing things that ever happened to you in front of students?
I'm the one that embarrasses most of them, not get embarrassed, but for jokes and fun.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I remember one time I was walking into the gym, and you know how I don't know if they just freshly cleaned the floor or if they hadn't, but
Yeah.
you just all of a sudden did a nice trip. I tripped right in front of all the guys in the basketball, and they all looked at me. Are you okay, Miss Burke? Come and help me up. And I was just beat red, and they're just laughing, but they were like, kind of wanted to laugh, but not really.
Yeah.
But it was like, oh Lord, that's embarrassing. But hey, I got some help off the ground.
There we go.
All right. So May 23rd, 2025 is our last day of school. What's your summertime plan?
I'm gonna go to Montana, go back west and see some family, and visit some friends in Idaho and Oregon, and do the
Awesome.
northwest like I usually do, because that's
Ah.
where all my family is.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. So one last question. Is there anything else that you would like to add?
I just think it's a fantastic school. Send your kids to SBS.
There we go. All right. Good plug. I like it.
Me too.
All right. So this will conclude this special edition with our teacher spotlight or staff spotlight with Mrs. Burke. And once again, this is your principal, Brian Kirby, and my co-host, Jimmy Sickler. I want to thank you.
Thank you for having me.
And I also want to make sure I send an extra special thank you to our special guest, Miss Burke. Thank you.
Oh, you are welcome, you gentlemen.
All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed this podcast as another way to connect with our Sioux Valley community. Hope to see you at the next school event or around the community. Thank you for listening.